2C, we're going to write equations for lines given the slope and a point or 2 points. So we have, for the first one, write the equation of a line going through 2, 5 and has a slope of 4/3. So we're going to start with slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Slope is m. B, the y-intercept. And we're going to use this with 4/3. It's going to go in as the slope. So we have y equals 4/3 x plus b. And we're going to go through the points 2, 5. So we're going to substitute in 2 for x and 5 for y. Now we solve, we're going to solve for b. This is solving for the y-intercept. So we have 8/3 plus b, subtract 8/3. 5 minus 8/3. We want to make this, so it'd be, instead of 5, we can make this 5 is equivalent to 15/3. So keeping like denominators with 3's. 15 minus 8 is 7. So b equals 7/3. So b equals 7/3. And we have to have a slope of 4/3. So we're going to go back to the slope-intercept form. Y equals 4/3 x, and plus the y-intercept that we found is 7/3. In slope-intercept form, you can have fractions. In standard form, there's no fractions. So here we have slope-intercept form, so we can have fractions. So for number 2, we're going to write the equation of a line going through 3, -6, and 4, 2. First thing you need to know, first thing, find the slope. So to do slope, we have 2 different points. So for 2 different points, 2 different coordinates, we want to label them. So x1, y1, the reason why they're 1s is because this is the first coordinate. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, just one we have to choose. And therefore, since 3, -6 is the first coordinate, 4, 2 is our second coordinate, that's why we have little subscript 2's there. Slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It's just saying, if you start with a second coordinate for the y's, you have to start with a second coordinate for the x's. So to substitute this in, I'm going to substitute 2 in for y2, -6 in for y1. Don't forget you're subtracting them. And then since we started with y2, we got to start with x2, 4 minus 3. So 6 minus -6, or 2 minus -6 is 6. That's plus, so that's 8/1. So our slope is 8. So now you know slope, and y equals mx plus b. Always go back to the easiest form is slope-intercept form. So we know the slope is 8. And always the second step is to find the y-intercept. So this is first, to find slope. Second, find y-intercept. To find the y-intercept, use one of the coordinates that was given to you. If you have 3, -6, you can use that one, or you can use 4, 2. I tend to go with the positive, the easier ones. I think 4, 2 is easier because there's no negatives. So we have the y is 2, the x is 4. Now we'll just solve for b. So b equals -30. So we have the equation y equals, the slope is 8, x, and it's plus b, so it's plus -30, and usually don't leave it as plus negative, so it should be -30. So that's slope-intercept form. Moving on to 2D. Here we're going to model a real-world data using linear equations. So here we have, from the given statistics, predict the number of kilocalories sandwich with 41 grams of fat. Ooh, that's a lot of fat. So we have to round to the nearest whole number using this chart. So using the chart, we're actually going to start using calculators. So in our calculator, we're going to find a place where we're going to have a table. We're going to enter this information in the table. Here's a calculator, very similar to what you're going to be using in class. In the calculator, you're going to turn it on, hit the on button. Get rid of this. So the on button, and you're going to go to stat, hit enter, and you're going to have a list. And in this list, I've already started entering them in, but your total fat here is going to be list 1, that's the X value. And your list 2 is going to be your Y value. So I'm going to enter these in the calculator, so next time you see it, you'll have it, it'll all be entered in. Okay, so I have entered in the calculator. Again, how to get here, go to stat, hit enter on edit, and you're editing the list. So here we have all the information in. From here, we want to look at a stat plot. So if you want to look at a stat plot, we're going to go to second, y equals, hit enter. We're going to turn a plot on. The type, it's already on scatter plot. X list, list 1, y list, list 2, it should already be there. After you go through this, you're going to hit zoom. I guess we hit enter first. Not bad. What's going on here? Sorry. Wasting your time. So it's on. Get out of this. Zoom. We're going to go down to zoom fit. We're going to look at the. Okay, we're not going to zoom fit. We're going to zoom stat. My bad. Again, my bad. Zoom stat. So we take a look at these, and for the most part, it looks pretty straight, like a straight line. So that's why it's linear. This is 2C or 2D is all about linear. So it's a linear. All those points are pretty much in a straight line. So we go to stat, over to calc, and it's linear, so it's a line reg, number 4. And you got list 1, list 2. Calculate, hit enter. You get y equals 11.73x plus 193.85, and that's the y-intercept. And I'll write it down. Okay, this is our equation we're going to use to predict how many calories a sandwich with 41 grams of fat will have in it. So, if we look back on our list, list 1 is our X value, and that's the total fat. So then we're going to replace the X with 41. So y equals 11.73 times 41 plus 193.85. In calculator, and we'll have the answer. So I'm working this out on my own calculator. Works out to 674.78, and we have to round it to the nearest whole number. So the 7 rounds up the 4 to a 5, so 675 calories. And that's your answer. Come to class with some questions. I actually have all the steps written down here to do this type of problem. And you can pause it here and write the steps down. And come to class and we'll work them through. Thank you.